Well, hello. My name is Oliver Phillips, and I come to you as the director for Diaconia Christian Institute, a non-profit online resource that particularly geared for providing educational training opportunities for pastors and church leaders. We exist primarily to build strategic alliances that will resource pastors, particularly in ethnic specific congregations. I have developed this course entitled Can God Save the Church? And the simple answer is no, God cannot save the church, because God has delegated to leaders to effect change within the church. Let me tell you a few things about leadership. The true mark of a leader, one said, is the willingness to stick with a bold course of action, an unconventional business strategy, a unique product development roadmap, a controversial marketing campaign, even as the rest of the world wonders why you are not marching in step with the status quo. In other words, real leaders are happy to zigzag while others just zag. They understand that in an era of hyper competition and non-stop disruption, the only way to stand out from the crowd is to stand for something special. That's what leaders do. John Maxwell said, the single biggest way to impact an organization is to focus on leadership development. There is almost no limit, he said, to the potential of an organization that recruits good people, raises them up as leaders, and continually develop them, unquote. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. For he or she does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the equality of her actions and the integrity of her intent. That was Douglas MacArthur. My favorite statesman is probably Henry Kissinger, who said, the task of the leader is to get people from where they are and take them to a place where they have not been. That's what leadership is all about. For it is about change. Dr. Martin Luther King said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. That's what leaders do. They initiate change in organization. That's what pastors do. Henry Ford said, if I'd asked my customers what they wanted, they would have said, don't change anything. That's why. But thank God he changed. Barack Obama, my favorite president of all time, said, quote, change will not come if you wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the change that we seek, unquote. So this is a 10-module course. Price is $19.95 for the 10 modules. And it's on leadership and change. This dynamic course, Can God Save the Church, addresses leadership gaps that could mitigate the obvious church growth challenges that COVID-19 has unearthed. In this 10-module course, pastors will learn how to leverage the church by understanding it as a social system embedded in a particular historical and industry context. Secondly, leaders will learn how to lead through self-development by gathering knowledge about his or her personal strengths and styles and their fit with different situations. And thirdly, leaders will learn how to value others and understand how valuing others is critical for personal and organizational success. Here are the modules. Module number 1, Leadership 101, the fundamentals of leadership. Module number 2, the paradox of the sigmoid curve. Leaders must understand that change is inevitable and that change increases the chances for an organization to continue to exist. Module number 3 is vision. The Bible says, my people perish for a lack of vision. They have no vision for the future. And then module number 4 is the sources of our vision, and that's an interesting module. Then module number 5, leadership and the team. Leadership is not a solo event. You cannot lead effectively without learning how to communicate with the team around you. Module number 6, leadership and culture. I read a book recently that some time ago now that says culture trumps strategy. One must understand the institutional culture. Every institution has a culture, and if we don't know how to maneuver and to negotiate those within the organization, we're headed for trouble. And then module number 7 is the role of the leader and integrity. The worst thing you can find is a leader that doesn't have integrity. Leader in whom you cannot trust. And so we'll talk about that in module 7. Module 8, change and transition. There is no change without transition. Transition is painful, and in this module we will explicate that. And then module 9 is a black homiletic, particularly geared to the black church and how the preaching style and the black preacher is particularly fitted to effect change in those organizations. We'll talk about the black preacher. And finally, module number 10, what got you here won't get you there. I trust that you will get a hold of this course. Can God save the church? Unequivocal, my answer is no, God cannot save the church, but leaders can. Get a hold of this course. It will change your life. It will change your environment. It will change your organization. It's $19.95. This course is produced by Diaconia Christian Institute. And we trust that your task will now be primarily to effect change and to understand and to herald to individuals that what got you here will not get you there. God bless you.